everybody, and welcome back. We got some 1961 Braves baseball on the channel, and today we got the Cincinnati Reds traveling to Milwaukee. And let's take a look at the visiting Reds starting lineup. Doing the leadoff, playing second, is Bloom's game, and batting second, playing center, is Pence. Batting third, playing right field, is Bell. Batting fourth, playing left field, it was Robinson. Batting fifth and playing first is Coleman. Batting sixth and playing third is Freeze. And batting seventh and playing shortstop is Cardenas. And doing the catching and batting eighth is Zimmerman. And on the mound, pitching for the Cincinnati Reds is Bob Purkey. Now let's take a look at the home team Milwaukee Braves lineup. Leading off is May out in right field. Batting second, playing second is Bolin. Batting third, playing third is Matthews. Batting fourth, playing center is Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first is Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, playing left is Mel Roach. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is McMillan. And doing the catching and batting eighth is Charlie Lowe. And on the mound for the Braves, batting ninth is Lou Burdette. Let's get down to the field here in Milwaukee. And here we go, folks. And here's the first pitch of the game from Lou, of 34, and that's going to be a fly out to Aaron. One down here in the top of the first. Brings up Pence. And a 42. And against Lou, that's going to be a pop up the third. Matthews has got that. Two down here. And here comes Gus Bell. And a 41. That ball is going to be hit down to short for the second out here. Third out, rather, and that'll end the inning. Alrighty, and here's May to lead off the bottom of the first for the Braves. 22, and he's going to get a single off of Bob, and he's going to hit that ball in the right field. Nice leadoff single for May. And here comes Frank. I'm going to do a little hit and run here. Try to stay out of the double play, get the runner in motion, put some pressure on the Reds defense here. See what happens. 33, that's a 7. That's a single to right, runner to third. And it works. And just like that, it's first and third. And nobody out. Frank comes through. And here's nobody out. And Eddie's up. 24, and they strike Matthews out for the first out. That's a big strikeout. Here comes Hammer and Hank. What can Hank do? A 31 against a B. That's an 8 single to right. Runner scores. And Bolin will end up at third. 3 base hits in the right field. Still first and third with only one out. Here comes Joe Adcock. 32, that's a 26. And that ball's hit down the second. And that's going to be your old 4-6-3 double play to get out of the inning. But the Braves score one and take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Got Frank Robinson due up, followed by Coleman and Freeze. And here's the pitch to Frank. A 24, and they strike Frank out. Way to go, Lou. One down here in the top of the second. Here comes Coleman. And a 32. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. Frank's up with it. That's 2 outs here in the top of the second. Here comes Gene. Let's see what Gene can do here. A 34. He's going to fly out to Aaron. That was an easy 1-2-3 inning for Lou. We go to the bottom of the second. Braves up 1-0. Roach, McMillan, and Lowe will lead off this inning. Burdette, if anybody gets on. And that's going to be a pop up to the shortstop. One down. And McMillan's up now. And a 31. And that's 2 balls and no strikes on Mac. And a 15 against the B. That's going to be a single in the left for Mac. That brings up Charlie with a runner on first, 1 out. And Charlie wraps that ball down the third. Only play for Freeze is over the first. So Lou comes up. And like I say, Lou's a damn good hitting pitcher. With a runner on second, can he help his own cause and drive in a run here? And the answer is no, he can't, because he lines that ball hard down the second, though. But right at, excuse me. So we go to the top of the third. Still 1-0 Braves. Here's Chico, 21, and he strikes him out. One down here in the third. Here's Zimmerman. 25 against the C. So to pop up the third. Matthews has got that. 2 down. That brings up Purkey, and he's not a bad hitting pitcher. Let's see what happens here. 61, and he's going to hit that ball down the short. McMillan's up with that. An easy 1-2-3 inning. As we go to the bottom of the third, score 1-0 Braves. Here's the top of the order, due up against Bob. Here's May. And he smacks that ball in the center field. And Penson's got that. First out of the inning. Comes Frank. And Boland's going to foul out to Zimmerman behind the plate. 2 quick outs here. And here's Eddie Matthews. And he's going to foul out to Zimmerman. Easy 1-2-3 inning for the Reds. So we make it to the top of the fourth. Blasting games up. And a 24, and that's going to be a fly out to Roach out and left. 1 down. Let's see what Vada can do here. 43, he's going to hit that ball back to Lou. Lou comes up with it. Fires over to Joe. 2 outs here in the fourth. And here's Gus. 22. And he's going to wrap that ball into right field. Turned on it for a single. That was the Reds' first hit, folks. Against Lou. That brings up Frank Robinson. And a 15, and the hits are just going to keep on coming. That's a single over first. Bell's going to make it down the third. And then Frank's going to steal second on the first pitch to Coleman. It'll be strike one on him. Let's do the stolen base because I don't want Bell stealing home. Don't want Bell stealing home. Stolen base. So we'll do it this way. On base or one save. All righty, so we got second and third now. 2 outs for Coleman. And they'll be playing back, obviously. And a 65, and that's going to be a foul out to first. Joe's got that, and Lou gets out of the jam here. So Cincinnati strands 2 at second and third, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. Hi, Larry and Tim. Cool. It was a wild game, Tim. Wild game. Wasn't much to watch after a few innings. That's for sure. Here comes Aaron. This is a much better game, which I figured it would be with the Reds and the Braves. Here's Aaron. 34. That's going to be a fly out center for the first out of the fourth inning. Here comes Joe Adcox. He's kind of cooling down. Still hitting 367 on the year. He was hitting over 400. And he's going to fly out the center also. You might want to hit that ball somewhere else instead of out there to Pinson. Here comes Roach. And a 35. He doesn't fly out. He strikes out for the last out here. We go to the top of the fifth. Still 1-0 Braves. See what Gene can do here. Freezes up. Will be followed by Cardonis and Zimmerman. And then Bob if they get on. 31 against the C pitcher. That's a pop-up to third. Matthews has got that, called everybody off. And Chico do here. Uh-oh, he squares this one up. Well hit ball. That ball is going to be hit in the right center in between the gap for a double. And Aaron's up with it and fires it back in. She's got a runner on second. Tying run for Zimmerman. Can he bring him in? A 35. That's going to be a 38. First on air, runner holds. McMillan bobbles the ball. Got first and second for the pitcher here with one down. I think what happened there? He didn't hold, did he? Let's get him to hold here. Okay. That's an E6. Runner on second's going to hold. Still runner on the corner. Come on now. E6. R2 holds. Nah, it didn't work. Alrighty. Alrighty here. Let's look on errors, 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 errors. Looks like you can't stop him from advancing. So what do we do here? How do we get him back here? Guess we can do this. Okay, we'll do this. Runner, advance, R0. Nope, that don't work. Okay, I can do this. We'll put him on one of this. Ball. I'll go back and change this here. Let's see. And expanded box score. And let's see here. It's Zimmerman we're looking at. Box score will take a walk away from him. Take the walk away, make that a 0. And it's not going to let me do that, huh? Okay. Undo. Like I say, we got an error 6. Do that first. See if I can get him back to second somehow. Well, we'll just do it that way and we'll ignore him being on third for right now, guys. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. So we got first and second. We're going to try to sacrifice him down to third anyway. So here we go. First and second with a sacrifice try. 13 is a 13. That's a foul, strike 1. 62 is a 13, strike 2. And a 43 is a 29. And that is 2 strikes on batter. Misses 2 attempts to bunt. So that's strike 3. So they strike him out. And we still got first and second with 2 outs now for blasting game. And a 55, that's an 8. Out at first. Runners advance 1 base. So that'll end the inning. Ground ball down to Matthews over to first. And that is it. Alrighty, we go to the bottom of the fifth. Your score is still 1-0. Yeah, exactly, Tim. All righty, here we go. McMillan up. And he squares this one off of Bob. And he wraps that ball in the right center. Bell comes over and grabs it. And McMillan's got himself a leadoff double here in the fifth. See if they can bring him in here. We got the bottom of the lineup, but lose a damn good hitting pitcher. So here comes Charlie. And a 63. That's going to be a fly ball to center. And McMillan's going to hold there. 1 out. Like I say, they got to be careful here with Lou. 64, and they are careful with him. They strike him out. All righty, May now. Can he get him in? 2 down. Need a clutch hit here. No, he strikes May out. Strikes him out. Gets out of a little bit of a jam, and we go to the top of the 6th. Still 1-0. Got a pitching duel going on here, folks. 43. That ball's going to be hit back to Lou. He fires over to Joe. 1 down here in the 6th. See, now Bell's up. And Bell squares this one up against Lou. And a 32. And he smacks that into the gap. And Aaron's over to get it. And we got a runner on second for the Reds with 1 out. We got Robinson and Coleman due up. And a 24. He strikes out Frank. Big strikeout there. All righty, here's Coleman. What can Gordon do? Runner on second, a 36. And Lou walks him, puts him down there at first. Maybe not a bad choice. Pitch to freeze. We'll see if it pays off. First and second now, 2 down. And a 32. It pays off. He hits that ball high. And Frank's calling everybody off. And Frank loves it. And Cincinnati leaves 2 on here in the 6th as we make it to the bottom of the 6th. Now, still 1-0. And we got Bolin, Matthews, and Aaron due up for the Braves. And Frank hits the ball down there, the short. That's an easy play. Over to Coleman at first. 1 down. Here's Eddie. And a 54. And that's a deep fly to the right. But Bell's got plenty of room out there and makes the catch. 2 down. Can Hank Aaron get us on the board here? Now with a 54, he hits that ball deep to right field. But again, there's enough room out there for Bell. 3 up and 3 down for the Braves. So we go to the 7th inning. Here's Chico. 54, and he hits a fly ball to right field. These guys are trying to hit home runs here. All they need is base runners. Here's Zimmerman. 56. And he's going to pop that ball up to short. Max got it. Puts it away for the 2nd out. And do we pitch it for Bob here? That is the question. I say we do. I say we got a pitch hit for Bob. He's pitched a hell of a game, but they need some offense. See who they got on the bench here. We're going to bring up Jerry Lynch. Let Jerry pitch hit. And who are they going to bring in the pitch here? Let's figure that out now. Got All righty's coming up. So it looks like that's going to be Bronson's going to come in the game. The pitch. And here's Jerry to pitch hit. And there's Jerry. All righty. 2 outs, nobody on for Jerry. And a 43. He hits that ball back to Lou. Lou throws over to Joe to end the inning. We're going to go to the 7th inning stretch with the Braves up 1-0. All righty. And let's bring in Bronson. Here's Jim. Okay. And he'll be facing Adcock, Roach, and McMillan here in the bottom of the 7th. And right away, he gives up a single to Adcock. He hits that ball in the right field. Got the lead runner on. All righty. Here's Mel Roach. And are we going to pitch hit for Mel Roach? I think we might pitch hit for Mel Roach. I think we're going to bring up Covington and let him come in the game. That's what we're going to do for Roach. Here comes Covington in the game. And he'll stay in left field. And there's Wes. Alrighty, got a runner on first now. Nobody out. And a 46. That could be a double play ball, and it sure is. He hits that ball down the short. That's your old 6-4-3 double play, so that didn't pan out, folks. That's laid plans of mice and men. 2 down, nobody on for McMillan. Pitcher's best friend bails him out. And then he comes back and gets a 2-0 count on Mac. Did Mac make him pay? No, he's going to hit that ball down the second. And Blasingame up with it. Fires over the first for the 3rd out. We make it to the 8th. And we got the top of the lineup up for the Reds. Blasingame, Penson, and Bell. And he flies out to, oh, that didn't put him in there. We got to put West in there. Forget it. Doesn't do that automatically. Put him in left field. All righty. And that's where he flies out to. It finds you as soon as you're in there. Here's Penson. And a 15, and he's going to hit that ball into right field, and then left field rather. And he's going to steal second on the first pitch. It'll be a strike on Bell. So the tying run's going to be in scoring position. All righty. Okay. We got Bell up now with a runner on second. Only one out. And Bell's going to make him pay for that. He hits that ball in the right, and we got a tie game, folks. The stolen base pays off. It's 1-1. And still only one out. Frank Robinson up. And that'll get the Braves bullpen stirring. Got a lefty and a bunch of righties coming up. And here's the pitch to Frank. 61. That's going to be your best friend if you're Lou. That ball's hit down the short. McMillan, the bowling to Joe. 6-4-3, just what the doctor ordered. But it's a little late because the Reds tie this game up as we go to the bottom of the eighth. And we got Charlie, Burdette, and May up. So let's see what happens. The 61, he's going to fly out to Bell. One down. And now, no, lose a damn good hitting pitcher. Do we want to pitch it for him, though? Got Al Spangler out there and an on deck circle. Let's bring in Spangler. That'll be it for Lou. Lou pitched a hell of a game to be getting a no decision. Here comes Al Spangler in. Lou's not too happy with me. He thinks he can do just as good of a job as Al and still pitch. Alrighty, here's the pitch to Al. And he blasts that ball into right field for a single. Of course, what would poor Lou would have done? Lou would have hit a damn double. That's what Lou said. I told you to leave me in there, boss. But we got Spangler on there. We're going to do a little hit and run here. Little hit and run. Put Al in motion here. Panned out the last time we did it. Here's Lee May. A 43. That's a 29. And that is out of first, runner down the second. Hit back to Bronson. And with Spangler in motion. Okay, we got the go-ahead run down there at second now for Frank. Can he drive him in with 2 outs? 46, that answer is no. He strikes him out. So we go to the top of the ninth, tied up 1 apiece. And who are we going to bring in here? We got Coleman up and then 2 righties. So I think we're going to bring old Car Willie in. That's who we're going to bring in. Worry about the 2 righties instead of worrying about Coleman. And there's Carl. Alrighty. So Gordon leads it off here for the Reds. Tied up. Top of the ninth. 26. That's going to be hit down to Frank. At second. Up with it. Easy play over to Joe. 1 down. Freezes up. A 34. He's going to hit that out to Hank. Hank's got room out there and makes the play. 2 down. And Chico's up. And a 62, and they strike him out. So now we go to the bottom of the ninth. They're going to leave Bronson in there. They got the bullpen up if he gets in any trouble. But if this ball game goes to extra inning, he's due up second. You got Matthews, Aaron, and Adcock though. Let's see what Bronson can do here against them. 63. He flies out the deep right. They take a breath after that one. Aaron hit it just a little bit deeper and have a walk-off home run here. And the answer to that is no. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike. So he might yet. That's a batter's count. And he hits that ball down the Chico, down at Cordonis, rather, down at short. And he fires over the first 2 outs. Johnson gets past the 2 big boppers. Now here's Joe. Like I say, hitting 3-something this year. And he is 1 for 3 today. So let's see if he can keep this game going. And a 12. He hits that ball down the second. And that'll end the inning. So we got extras. Read all about it. Extra baseball, folks. We got the bottom part of the lineup due up. Zimmerman, a pitch hitter, and then back to the top of the order. 25 against Willie. And that's going to be a pop up to third. 1 down. And he's going to pitch hit here for Bronson. Got any more lefties on the bench? Might bring up Anderson here. Yeah, they'll bring up their last lefty in Anderson. Alrighty, 1 down, nobody on for Anderson. 42, and he strikes him out. Okay, Blasingame's up 2 down here in the top of the 10th. 31, and he walks him. Not what you want to do here in extra innings. Got to make them earn it, man. Here's Penson up now with a runner on first, 2 outs. A 34, and he's going to fly out to Aaron to end the inning. They leave 1 on. And who is Cincinnati going to bring in here? Got a lefty, righty, lefty combination. Let's see who they got out there in the bullpen. I guess they're going to bring Henry in, their best pitcher. He's a lefty. Keep this game where it's at. Let's see what happens here. Here's Henry. There's Bill. Alrighty, he's got Covington, McMillan, and Lou up. And if anybody gets on a pitch hitter. 46, that ball's hit down the third. Freeze has got it for the first out. Alrighty, here comes Mac. And Mac's 2 for 3 today. He's got a single and a double. 64, and that's going to be strike 1. And he's going to hit that ball down the short. 2 down here. Here's Charlie. Can he make him say sorry? 26. No, that ball's going to be hit down the third base. No, it's not. Henry's going to strike out Charlie. And he's the one saying, sorry, Charlie. All righty, we go to the top of the 11th. You got Bell, Robinson, and Coleman up. See what Willie can do here. 45, and he walks Bell. Walks the lead-off batter. Be trouble here. You know Frank sure ain't button. So here's Frank Robinson. 21, and he strikes Frank out. One down here in the 11th. Here's Gordon. 53, that's a 19. That could be a problem. Single to left. Runner holds at second. So now we got first and second with one out for Freeze. Here's the pitch to Freeze. And this ball game is in trouble, folks. That ball is hit down to the bullpen in right field, bouncing all around. And that's a triple. 2 RBI triple. We'll have to bring the infield in for Chico. And they got down there in the pen. Warming up. Peaches and warming up. We'll see what happens here. 35. That's a 9. That ain't going to be good. That's going to be a fly out to center, and that's going to be deep enough to score him. Two down now. And it is now 4-1. Here's Zimmerman. 54, and he's going to fly out the right. But not until the Reds score 3 on the big triple. 2 RBI triple. And we go to the bottom of the 11th. Can the Braves come back here? They got the top of the lineup up after the pitcher. We'll definitely be pitch hitting for Willie. Let's see, we're going to bring in. We'll bring in Felix the Cat. Pitch hit. He's a right-handed batter. See if the Cat can get on. There's Felix. All right, then we got May and Bolin. Need somebody to get on here. Here's the pitch. 61. And that's going to be hit down the... No, it's not. That's going to be a strikeout. Henry's got the X and Y. He's a strikeout machine. One down here in the 11th. Here comes May. 22. He wraps that ball into... No, he doesn't wrap that ball nowhere, Henry says. That ball's hit down the third hard, but Freeze has got that. No, he doesn't. That ball's hit in the right field. What are you talking about, Dwayne? Look at the right chart. Nobody was on. All right, we got a runner on now. Frank's up. No hit and run here. Don't need to run yourself out of the inning. Here's the pitch to Frank. And Frank squares it up against Henry. Game's not over yet, folks. That ball is back, and going over the left field fence. How about that? Frank homers. Makes this a 4-3 game for the big boppers coming up. Here's Matthews against Henry. 4-3 game now. And he pops it up to Zimmerman. That's 2 down in foul territory. And that leaves it up to Hank. Can Hank keep this game alive for the Braves? No, he can't. He hits that ball down the freeze. He grabs it, takes an extra step, makes sure the throw's accurate, and that's your ball game, folks. Hell of a game. Hell of a game here in Milwaukee. Braves came back and tried to make it. Had a 1-0 lead that whole time until the 8th. Poor Lou pitched a hell of a game and got a no decision out of it. Alrighty, let's take a look here. Home team crowd rewarded with a marathon victory. I don't think so. It was a visiting team. That's a mistake. Look at the line score here. 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Braves 3 runs, 9 hits and an error. Bell had a hell of a game. 3 for 4. With this 1 RBI though. Well, Freeze was 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs with that triple. That's the man. That triple was big. Top of the order did well for the Braves. 2 for 2, 2 for 5, and 2 for 5. Frank with that nice 2 RBI home run. But it wasn't enough. Like I say, Bob Purkey, 6 innings on 5 hits and 1 run. Struck out 4. Bronson came in and shut him out. Then Henry struggled a little bit there, giving up them 2 runs, but he held on and got this win. And poor Lou Burdette, 6 hits on 1 run, walked 1, struck out 4. And Willie gives up that 3 runs there, 3 innings, 2 hits, and 3 runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Alrighty, let's fast play these games, the Giants and the Phillies. See who wins this one. And the Giants win 1-0, 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. The Phillies, no runs on 5 hits and 3 errors. Let's see if that error cost them. See if that was an unearned run. And it most certainly was. Let's look at the scorecard here. See when they scored. That was the first inning, huh? Yep. Scored that in the first inning and made it hold up. Doubles, and he scores on a 2-base error on the center fielder who was playing center for him. Gonzalez for the Phillies had the error. Alrighty, let's look at the Dodgers going to the Pirates. And the Pirates win, blows the Dodgers out. Dodgers 2 runs on 8 hits and an error. And the Pirates 7 runs on 12 hits and no errors. Who was pitching for the Dodgers? Oh, Perinoski was pitched. No, he wasn't. Padres was pitching. Yeah, got lit up. 10 hits, 6 runs, only 5 of them earned. Gave up a home run. Let's take a look at the standings here. Look at some of the other things going on around the league. So the Cubbies and the Reds are tied up. The Giants are a game and a half back. Cardinals are 2.5 back. Braves fall to 3.5 back. Pirates are 4.5 back. Dodgers are 6.5 back. And the Phillies is holding the league up 9.5 games back. Let's look at your National League leaders here. Oh, Richie Ashburn's still hitting 400 for the Cubs. Vada's 367 for the Reds. Joe Adcock with 365. And you got Mr. Williams with 10 home runs. Wally Post, who didn't play in this game, with 7 for the Reds. And RBI leader is Billy, 25. Orlando with 19. And Freeze with 18. And Willie with 18. And Post, again, didn't even play. He's got 17. How about Frank Bowen with 5 home runs and 16 RBIs on the season? Jim Bunning. Oh, that's American League. Let's go to the National League. Ron Prianoski with a .93 ERA. I think most of that's in relief, though. And Anderson with the Cubs with 3 wins, leading the league. A bunch of them's tied with 3. Oh, yeah. Too many to count. Save leader is Mr. McMahon for the Braves with 5. Right now, MVP voting is Billy Williams. Cy Young right now for the National League is Ellsworth for the Cubbies. Billy's hitting 276 in the last 7 games with 13 RBIs. Mick's hitting 410 in his last 9 games, 11 RBIs and 10 runs. Rogers hitting 324 in his last 9 games, 8 RBIs and 12 runs. All Killebrew's hitting 370 in his last 8 games. And Jim Gentle, 400 for the Orioles in his last 9 games. How about over here in the National League? Well, I guess it's both of them combined there, huh? Rogers got a 10-game hitting streak. Jim's got a 10-game hitting streak for the Orioles. The longest was Green with Minnesota with 12 on the year. How about in the National League? Well, Chico's got 11-game hitting streak for the Reds. Tommy Davis with 8. The longest one was Joe with the 13 to begin the season. All righty, guys. We'll call this a game here. I want to thank Tim for stopping by, and Larry. Check out Tim's channel. He's been doing the 2007 Cleveland Indians replay with Stratomatic. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit the bell for reminders. And on your way out of Milwaukee, hit that like button. Leave a comment. Until next time, y'all take care.